Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing the Dreamy Covers Book Tag. So you probably guessed it, this book tag is all about dreamy book covers, and it has a list of prompts of questions that kind of like make you think about the pretty covers that you have on your shelves. Not all are pretty. Some are other prompts. But anyways, I thought this would be fun to do as I am one that likes to stare at my bookshelves and look at my book covers quite often. So I think this is perfect for me. So let's just jump right into it. The first one is a book cover that perfectly describes the novel inside it. And so for that one, I chose Jay's Gay Agenda. This is one that I actually recently read, and so I can attest to the cover having all the stuff on the inside as elements on it. So we have Jay's Gay Agenda, and there's like pieces of paper like floating all around on the front. It is set in Seattle. There is his best friend. There is another one of his friends. There is a love interest. All of these things are all on the cover, and it's basically about him doing his thing of going through his gay agenda checklist and checking off things that he will finally get to do, because in the beginning of the book he lives in a small town and then he moves to Seattle where there's a lot more of like a gay population because the small town he lived in really had zero gay kids. He was the only one. And so now he's like exploring his sexuality, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But I feel like this cover really sums that up and has all like the elements of the book wrapped up in it. So I thought that that worked perfectly. Then we have a book that is creepalicious. I don't even think that's a word, and that you want to eat it all up. And so for that one, I chose All of Us Are Villains. Now, I'm just showing you this because I actually lent this book out to a friend, and so they are currently reading it right now. I think this book, though, this cover actually has the perfect like creepiness factor because it's showing a silhouette of somebody like just coming out of the shadows, and they're doing like the evil overlord hand symbol. So I don't know. It just seems super creepy, but like creepy enough that it pulls you in. You want to know what's going to happen in this book. Also, the second book in this duology came out this month, and I may have already received it. So I'm really looking forward to reading the next one in this duology and seeing how it all wraps up. The next one is a cute cover that is so fluffy you want to give it a hug. So for this one, I chose Heartstopper, but I chose volume 4 because they're literally hugging in this one. And there's nothing like being bundled up like in a warm jacket and like also having a warm embrace at the same time. So I found that that was like a perfect one for this prompt. And this book is just so cute. This whole series is just so cute. I freaking love Heartstopper, and so I'm really glad that I have this one. And yeah, they're just adorable. Nick and Charlie just have my heart. But yeah, this is adorable. Cute and fluffy. This is exactly it. Then we have to choose a book cover that stuns with the most minimalistic of design. And I was looking at like a lot of my books, and they all have very like extravagant designs. So it was hard to find any that were kind of like minimalistic. But there was one that stuck out, and it was The Dinner Guest. I actually did an author interview with BP Walter, and so I got to talk to them about all their books, and this was their one that had just come out at the time, The Dinner Guest, so they sent that along to me. And I think that this is like so perfect because it all it has is two forks and like a bloody circle. It just seems so like malicious, like there's something going on, and it's just it's got that creep factor too. So I think this one is just really cool and very minimalistic, but definitely draws me in because I want to know more immediately after seeing this cover. Then we have a book cover that you want to have on your shelves but don't have it on them yet. And so for that, I have The First to Die at the End because I really want to keep reading in this world, and this is the new book in that world. I also really like the way They Both Die at the End, that cover looks, because there were like little hidden Easter eggs in it, and it had like a really cool design to it. And I also really like the blue they use in the cover, so I kind of hope that the next one matches with it on the spines. But that's just my own little critique and like my own little hopes, I guess, for the series. But yeah, this is another one that I would love to have on the shelves. Then we're supposed to choose a book cover featuring another country on it other than your own. So for this one, I chose A Gentleman in Moscow because the gentleman is standing in his balcony looking out on Moscow. So this one is what I chose for that exact reason. I had a hard time finding any other books that were like visually in another country. Some of them might have like said that, but they weren't like a visual version of it. So this is the one I had to choose for that. And it's been on my shelf for a while. I'm still actually pretty intrigued by this book, but I just haven't gotten around to picking it up yet. Then we have a book that showcases one of your favorite colors. So I chose Gone because green is my favorite color. And this is just one I really want to get to. I have the entire series. I don't know why I haven't read this series yet, because I know that lots of people like it and it's like a dystopian series, so it's something I would like. But yeah, this is on the shelf. And all of the books in this series have like a very bold single color on them. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Very simplistic, but also very cool. So yeah. Then we have a cover change that you absolutely adore. And so I haven't even read this series yet, but I saw the original book covers and then I saw these ones. And this is the reason actually why I bought this series. And so that's the Lunar Chronicles. I bought them because the cover change, this is just the first and second book, but I love this art style. I think it's so stunning. And so I bought the entire series. You can see them up there. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought these were so visually pleasing, and they use like very bright, bold colors, and it's just like the art style is very like comic bookish, which is something I love. So I was just like, yeah, I need to have these books. I believe these are fairy tale retellings, which is really cool. So I'm excited to get to them when I do. But yeah, I'm just happy to have these covers on my shelf. Then we have a favorite cover of your favorite classic. And as you guys know, I don't read classics that much, but one of them that I do read is A Christmas Carol. And so I really like this cover of it because it really like shows off the snowy landscape of like the Victorian era city that Scrooge is living in currently. And I don't know, it really gives you that like Christmassy feel to it, and that's why I love it. Yeah, I love this cover. I love the whole story in general. It's just a really interesting one where a person kind of has like a complete flip and reminisces on like the life that they used to have and where they are now, and moves forward with a better attitude after it. And so yeah, I just really liked that one. And then the last one is to just choose your favorite cover out of all the ones you talked about. And I'm going to have to choose this one, Heartstopper. But that's just like, this one is mostly because I have loved the story behind it for so long that it just has a special place in my heart. But yeah, this would be the favorite one out of the selection we have here. And that's it for the tag. Let me know what you guys thought about the books that I chose for this. And let me know if you have any beautiful book covers on your shelves that are like the ones that really stand out to you, the ones that you think are like the absolute most beautiful. Tell me in the comments down below. If you guys want to do this tag, I'll put all the questions in the description down below as well, so you guys can check that out. And let me know if you do the tag, because I would love to go watch your videos. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as links by my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Mondays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.